We're having a motorbike battle, and we took the DJI RS2 and the Zhiyun Crane 2S, and we're gonna spend the day with them and give you our impressions. You wanna join us? Let's go and find out. Hello guys, we do have a personal project today going on. It's a battle, a motorbike battle between the Yamaha and the BMW, and we thought, okay, we're gonna take these two gimbals, spend a day with them and do like kind of BTS, behind the scenes footage, and to explain you our feelings when using both. And of course we'll also be answering some of your top questions on our previous videos of both reviews and try to have some fun today. Let's go! Well guys, fast feelings. Overall the Crane 2S is really much heavier, and you feel it after 10 minutes on your arm. It just starts soaring a little bit. I don't really like it. I saw, and you might have seen this already in the footage, that it tilts a little bit. It really tilts when moving a lot, so something to have in mind. Guys, you know by now that we're big fans of the DJI Ronin and the RS2 and all that, but we've been reviewing the past Zhiyun Crane 3 Lab, the Crane 2. We've been done a bunch of other brands such as Goodson, Moser and all those. And if there is a big rival for DJI here, it is definitely Zhiyun. By the way, Zhiyun is Zion in Chinese, so stop calling Zion and say Zhiyun. Just one of the biggest differences, of course, is the weight, and I have to say the Zhiyun is a little bit heavier, like more than a pound heavier and more than half a kilo, and you start feeling this on your arms. This is true. On the other hand, which one looks cooler? Well, this is entirely subjective. This red lines on the carbon fiber of the RS2 may be super good to some people. Some other people like it more serious, like this black. I don't know. Truth is that the RS2 has a little bit more of carbon fiber around, and the Crane 2S has just on this part of the grip on the handle. So overall, this is entirely up to you. Now we're gonna do the walking test and the running test, and here's some steps and to see the difference. In this second part of the video, I wanted to talk a little bit about the functions and the buttons and all that. This is also kind of subjective, but some things are really interesting. For example, the NATO port that we've been talking a lot about. For more kind of pro users, this may be really interesting because it's kind of easier and, you know, to attach LEDs or screens or microphones or whatever. It's different here on the Zhiyun Crane 2S, and also the DJI has a LED touchscreen which allows you to change and tweak a few things kind of easier than you can do on the Crane 2S. You could see that it took a little bit longer to Chivo to calibrate the whole thing on the Zhiyun, but it's fine. Now, the biggest problem that I see here, do you see this little thing here in front of your screen? You know, if you're filming like this, you just won't see the screen. So Zhiyun has very smartly thought, Chivo, if you can zoom in here a little bit, please. You see these little screws here? You can actually unscrew them and you can remove this whole part of the gimbal so that this thing will go down and, you know, you will be able to see the screen. Today I'm not doing it, just I don't feel like doing it. I don't have the time for that, so... Yeah, okay guys, okay, we'll do it for you, don't worry, let me show you. Something that people and you guys have been talking also about is the option to put on the Crane 2S the camera in a vertical mode. So you gotta take it off from here and put it here. It's super easy, it is easy, but the good thing is on the RS2 you can do it just by pressing twice the M button. People have complained on this vertical mode on the RS2 that it kinda tilts a little bit the camera, so Chivo is gonna test this out now. Another important thing that people are not talking too much, and I'm just wondering, because in the end, if you're a pro filmmaker or you're doing paid jobs, this is gonna matter. The cases, I mean, the DJI RS2, the basic version, comes with this really great and modern and beautiful case, and the basic version of the Crane 2S comes with this. And I mean, it is good, of course, it does protect the whole thing, but really? Finally, I wanted to finish this video with a bonus point, and it is we do have the Raven Eye system of the RS2. There's also a similar transmission system on the Crane 2S. The difference is that you can actually on the RS2 use the app and track objects or people, as you can see. So this is pretty helpful to so many people. Summing up for this video, and I believe the most important, our final feelings and thoughts, both gimbals will do the job. This means both will stabilize your camera almost in the same exact way. So if you're a spontaneous filmmaker or you're doing events, weddings or whatever, both will work. However, the price difference of those $200 or $300 are there for a reason or a bunch of reasons. We got the feeling that DJI is overall a little bit like they have taken a step further. They have designed the product much smarter. I mean, it is lightweighter, it has all those ports that are really interesting, the LED screen that is useful, the joystick and the buttons overall seem a little bit, you know, better. And on the other hand, even though the Crane 2S is a really nice gimbal, the feeling of this bigger, heavier, a little bit, you know, cylindrical and more what we're used to in the previous versions, it doesn't seem that they have gone that extra step that they can do in the future, definitely. So again, if you're looking for something basic, you definitely should go for the Crane 2S. If you're looking for something more advanced, smart, and maybe towards pro filmmaking, you definitely should go for the RS2. Nothing really else to say, guys. I hope that you liked this video, that you liked this comparison. We're gonna probably make a review of the Crane 2S, and Chivo is gonna fall in a sec, so always remember to keep calm, leave the thumb, and talk UAV. Espera, que igual no llego. Espera. A bunch of them. Espera, que pensaba que ibas al baúl. You wanna join us? Let's find out. ¿Lo puedo repetir? Ah, vale. Y es que me meto en el papel, tío.